My name is Irma Bustamante. The challenge that I overcame is two-time breast cancer survivor. I'm 52 years old, and when I first got diagnosed, I was 40 years old. I work with a school district as an information resource analyst. I've been married for 27 years and I have two boys. The first time I was diagnosed, my youngest was 10 years old and the oldest was 13. I would say it was your average typical family life.
We've always been close with our boys and their school and what they're doing in their lives, and the grandparents, and with our vacations, and we basically have done a lot of things together.
I was first diagnosed when I was 40 years old. It was not a family history, so at the time, if you didn't have a family history of breast cancer, pretty much you go ahead and you take the cancer test. I had stage 0-1 breast cancer. The process was 3 months. The first week was administering the chemo, and the next 3 weeks my body would rest. After that process of the 3 months, I went right into radiation.
At the time I was in 8th grade, and just so many emotions were going through my mind, so many feelings. The future was unwritten.
At the time of the treatments, I was doing really well. My kids kept me involved, kept my mind busy, and at the same time, my husband was, till this point, is a great support. And I also have girlfriends who were always there for me. At least once a month we would get together.
I basically just gave all my trust to the doctors and what they had to say, and just encouraged Irma to go through all the treatments and do what the doctors prescribed, because that seemed the best way to go. It seemed to make a lot of sense.
It did not take a physical toll on me at the time due to my age, being 40 years old and keeping busy. It seemed to take a toll on me the second time around at 50 years old.
When my mom's cancer came back for the second time, it was a shock to me, and that was also the time when, my fiance was pregnant with our first child.
Trying to do the second time around chemo, the chemo pretty much affected my lungs.
Starting with the chemo, that really affected her in a negative way. Passing out during the chemo treatment, feeling very hopeless, being there with her while she's going through the seizure. Then the next time she goes in for the treatment, same thing happens again. All of a sudden, everything isn't the same as before.
The chemo medicine restricted my lungs a lot. Physically, mentally, it took a toll on me because I could only do one thing at a time.
It seemed like the toughest thing in the world to go through, seeing what she went through and what my boys were going through, and just how it affected all of us as a family. It's a very serious matter.
The role that my husband played was, yes, I was going through the cancer, but I felt that it was both of us, because he made it that easy for me to go forward and take care of what I had to take care of. My family has always been a great support. My boys, my husband, their girlfriends, my friends. It's more in a sense where the roles have been turned. I was always there for them as the mom. This time they were there for me. They've been there for me. This is a disease that I have. I'm not the disease. You're not gonna win. It's not gonna win. The future is bright for right now. I do have to take it a day at a time. When it comes to my husband, you're the best partner. I want to thank you guys so much. I love you guys.